Okay guys, welcome back to Glasgow News. Once again back at the Daily Record online. The article I'm looking at is headlined Welcome to Scottish Football's The People Who Don't Talk Shite Awards, All Firm Facts. It's written by a guy called Adam Miller. The link to this particular article will be in the description as per usual, along with some other tasty bits and pieces. Okay, so let's get started. That's obviously the two players in the controversy, so to speak, that we've all been hearing about. Never ending. Okay, so here we go. When I was 20, a group of us were walking back from the infamous Glasgow testosterone abattoir, the garage, when some guy started shouting at us, par for the course. I'll be around about Queen's Park or something. They were angry and we were drunk, so my instinct was to keep my head down and make it to Central Station. Good move. Unfortunately, my lightweight friend spotted an abandoned trolley. You're not mentioning as a Tesco trolley or an Asda trolley. And his instinct was to push it across the street at the angry group. I crossed the road to apologise, that's a real bad move, on behalf of my friends and keep the peace. Wonder how that worked. That was a few years ago now, but anyone who has taken a look at Scottish football Twitter since December 29 will be familiar with the idea of angry idiots shouting incoherently at each other. Don't get me wrong, there have been plenty of valid arguments made in regards to Alfredo Morelos, John Beaton and all the other Derby talking points. But as with most debate in this era of Brexit, Trump and Piers Morgan, it's the voices worth listening to the least that we hear the most. That was some sentence there. Before we go any further, let's clear our throats. Morelos was lucky not to be sent off. Fans are entitled to feel aggrieved about decisions not going their way, particularly in big games. Anyone sending threats to a ref because of a decision in a match is an oxygen thief. What's that pish there? Just pause that pish, don't know what it is. You get that all the time, you've got these articles running. Surely we can all agree on those points. Now that that's out the way, I want to pay tribute to the unsung heroes of the There Is No Old Firm aftermath. The voices of reason who are able to take a deep breath and assess a situation, just like the trolley, without being blinded by allegiance. I call them the people who don't talk shite, or the TPWDTS mob. It's easy to get swept up in the vitriol, that's just like shite, during a game, and by and large that's a good thing. Football wouldn't be half as entertaining if we all sat with our arms folded. Oh, that was a light coming in for Bumbo there. We need to have a look at her later. Dispassionately offering rational opinions. There is a balance to be struck though, and it doesn't involve sending threats to people you disagree with or even questioning the existence of those threats. It does involve taking things with a pinch of salt. Here. When Chris Sutton referred to Morelos as Buffalo Brains on BT Sport, it probably wasn't one of his better lines. While it certainly didn't warrant threats from fans, it also didn't merit claims of racism directed at him and calls for BT Sport to take action. One account tweeted, "One of your pundits is name-calling a player he does not know personally, but is allowed to use derogatory remarks towards him on your TV platform. I am also formally complaining to @Ofcom." I bet you did. Our first person who didn't talk shite is @RobbieHannah96, who replied as a Rangers fan, "This is grasping at straws to the max. Whether you agree or disagree on certain issues, people are going a bit doolally." That's mental. A common sense response from a supporter with a vested interest. See, it can be done. Since we've had a Rangers fan talking honestly about his team, I'll throw in a Celtic supporter doing the same for his. If nothing else, it should keep the whatabouters at bay for a couple of minutes. There were many Celtic fans on Twitter who accepted that Jermaine Defoe and Steve Davis were decent signings for Rangers. At the same time, there were others launching into 3 to 4 part threads about Davis and Defoe's wages, leading to another liquidation and becoming tumescent at the thought of a fresh EBT scandal. I'm just going to back up a bit there. Tumescent. I wouldn't have wrote that in there. I would have said, and getting a hard on at the thought of a fresh EBT scandal. I think it means the same thing, but I'm maybe not as educated as this boy. Anyway, the people who don't talk shite in this case, or the person who didn't talk shite in this case, was @CrumbsTMT, who tweeted, "Everyone laughing at Defoe and Davis being short-term signings for them is obviously missing the fact that they have a pretty major and very short-term goal in sight. If they do that, then it doesn't matter a fuck how short-term the signings are." Well said. If, and it's a very big if, Davis sets up Defoe for the goal that stops Celtic making it 8, and by extension 10 titles in a row, will these Celtic fans be tweeting, "Yes, another day closer to Sevco entering liquidation"? You can rule that out. And there's the man in question, I believe the referee of the Old Firm game on the 29th. Of course, the real burning issue has been Beaton and his dubious decisions in terms of both Morelos and drinking establishments. Has he been in Rangers pubs or something? It may or may not surprise you to learn that a few Celtic fans are still not entirely over the whole Beaton thing. And it may or may not come as a shock that Rangers fans have also taken issue with certain refereeing decisions this year. Our final person who didn't talk shite is Lloyd Pato, who said, "This Celtic Rangers refereeing / conspiracy / debate's tedious and starting to get embarrassing. There are awful decisions given against or in favour of both teams over the course of a season, and they only get picked up when it suits the agenda. Move on. As numerous people have pointed out, the anti-Celtic conspiracy has to be the least effective conspiracy of all time, given they have won all 7 of the last domestic trophies, not to mention 7 league titles in a row." Holy shit, what is this? Oh my god, what's the council thinking about allowing that to be sticking out a wall? I mean, that's just ridiculous. And look at the doorway. It's like something in Baghdad. I mean, they must be making enough money to get that doorway sorted out. What a shithole, man. Right, okay, here we go. Let's get the last bit of this here. It's getting a bit long, this. We're at 7 minutes already. There have been numerous awful refereeing decisions this season. Yes. Have there been numerous awful refereeing decisions every season? Yes. Does that make it hurt any less when those decisions negatively impact upon your team? No. Does that mean it's a conspiracy? Yeah, no. I've beaten this drum on numerous occasions, but I'll continue to do so. Football's the thing that's supposed to provide relief from the things you should be angry about. If you're consumed with rage every time you tweet about football, you're doing it wrong. That's why the people who don't talk shite examples I've cited are so important. We could all do with taking a deep breath and learning from them. So 3 cheers for the voices of reason. Oh yeah, the guys I tried to make peace with after my pal pushed the trolley at them, they punched me in the face. See, I knew that. See, that's the difference. I would have hit one of them with a brick. Alright boys, that's all for now. Peace out.